Herbert, welcome to LINEA ROCK.
Hello, glad to be here.
Great to have you here. So, new album, Viribus Unitis, is out since January 15th, so quite a few... some days now. Okay, a few days. It's the first on Napalm Records, and it's the first Dragony release pressed also on vinyl, if I'm correct.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. For those approaching Dragony now, for sure, Gamma Ray, Edguy, and Dragon Force are big influences of yours.
True.
But, you know, capturing it into a definition, if you like to. Can we call Dragony like a power metal band devoted to symphonic, or a symphonic metal band who has a strong thing for power metal?
I would take the first definition, the power metal band with a lot of symphonic elements.
Okay.
But we ourselves like to call us a glory metal.
Viribus Unitis is inspired by the motto of the Austrian Emperor Franz Josef. You wrote a really very particular concept.
Yes.
Starting from it. It's less fantasy this time, more historical, your approach, and it's full of intrigue. Is it some way connected in the spirit to the blind war we are facing now with this pandemic? And how did you write and record during this very peculiar year?
First of all, it's not connected to the current situation or the current struggles we are facing right now. We started to write the album and we had the concept finished before there was any news of COVID or anything like that. But due to the pandemic, the recording process took a little bit longer than usual, mainly because we had to share the files via the internet, and so that took a little bit longer. We couldn't go all together into the studio, maybe just one or two persons to be there with our producer, who is also our technician.
Yeah.
And we had to record the parts separately because of that. So everything took a little bit longer, but it's fine.
Okay, what I meant is, about the spirit of it. If, you started to write it before, but during the pandemic, talking about a war, was it in the spirit something that you felt stronger, maybe?
A little bit, yes. Also because with all the people helping us making this album and all the people coming together and working together despite the difficulties, this was very much like the title of the album, With United Forces.
Right. A certain taste for the waltz, comes here and there in your arrangements and composition. Is it a need, a sort of trademark for Dragony, or some way like a true Austrian passion or even vocation in a sense?
In this case, more the Austrian passion and the tribute to the maybe most Austrian power metal album ever. Of course, we had to choose the Blue Danube, the famous music piece, as the opening track, and we have the 3/4 time, the waltz. We have it in a few songs. It's a tribute to Austrian music. It's a tribute to Austria.
You've grown a lot since 2007, from a rock opera project to a real band. 6 members now.
Yes.
What is still there, of the original concept and spirit? And can we consider this great record that you made a sort of ideal link, between the past and present towards, a great future in this vibe?
Well, I hope every band considers the latest release as the link between the evolution, the past, and what they are capable of right now.
Yeah.
It's the same for Dragony. This is the definitive Dragony experience. The spirit is basically the same that we had all those years ago. We want to make music together. We want to perform together. We want to share our version of power metal with the world.
Lots of special guests in Viribus Unitis, including Tommy Johansson of Sabaton and Michele Guaitoli from Italian band Temperance. Is it a trick, to grow faster and broaden your horizons, or just, to make your job easier this time for you, since you told me that it wasn't like the process wasn't so easy this time? Is it a support, or these collaborators have given a strong, crucial imprint in the songs?
Definitely a strong, crucial imprint. Michele, for example, great guy. I love him. He's in my other band too, actually, in Visions of Atlantis. And he recorded with Alessia all the choirs, all the vocal, gang vocals. And for Tommy from Sabaton, the song Gods of War is written by Tommy and Thomas Svedin from Sweden.
Okay, so they gave a lot. Okay.
They gave a lot, and we all worked together. It's great to have other input. It's always a good idea to stay open.
One track that is very much liked by the media and the fans from the new record, which is A.E.I.O.U.
Yes.
One of the most direct and immediate and strongest songs in the record, featuring Georg of Serenity. What's behind this acronym, and did the song come first, or it's the result of the collaboration with Georg?
The song came first.
Okay.
The collaboration with Georg is because we are longtime friends with Serenity. Yeah. We've done shows together for 10 years now, and he is a history teacher at a university, so it's a perfect match.
Yeah.
The vowels mean, it's the second motto of the Austrian Empire. Austriae est imperare orbi universo. Something like Austria is destined to rule the world.
Okay. So from 1867, we're back to 2021.
Yes.
And okay, so as we told before, this record will be available on vinyl as well. And the cover is fantastic, and is the perfect, ticket to present the record. Is there any special edition, limited edition with any gadgets or some that you're planning to release?
Not at the moment, but we never say never. Maybe someday in the future there will be something limited. Right now the vinyl is definitely limited, and you can get it only at the Napalm online store.
So as you mentioned before, you have a great team around the band working with you, and especially producer Frank Peters is a crucial member of your team. Can we consider him your sort of your own Martin Birch, the late and legendary sixth member of Iron Maiden? How is he involved, in the composition of the songs and in the choices for the production?
Definitely. Frankie is the seventh member of Dragony, basically. He is very much involved. We've been working with him from the beginning, since before Dragony existed, basically. And I really hope we can work with him in the future.
And about Iron Maiden, you opened some shows for Paul DiAnno in 2008, more than 10 years ago. Did he give you any piece of advice? And that experience, as long as opening for other bands, important ones like Serenity, which we already mentioned, and Sonata Arctica, teach you something in the end? Is it something that was crucial in your growing?
Definitely. It was crucial, for one, think because some of these shows we organized ourselves because we couldn't get any slots with ongoing tours. It was very hard to get live shows. So we booked bands ourselves, like Primal, like Freedom Call, and played with them in Vienna.
Okay.
And it was a huge learning experience, everything from it. And all of these people are great guys, and you can learn, especially as a young band, you can learn so much from established musicians.
Do you remember anything special that Paul DiAnno told you?
No, that was too long ago.
Okay.
I don't think we've met him much on this night.
Okay.
We talked with the band members, but Paul DiAnno himself, I don't think we've met him much on that night.
Herbert, how would you define the bass role in your genre, and who is your ultimate landmark bassist of all time?
I don't have one particular landmark bassist.
Okay.
I know that one of my biggest influences and one of the reasons I started playing bass guitar was because I saw Marco Hietala from Nightwish live at the first concert I went to myself. Probably the guy I admire most because he's just so damn good is Billy Sheehan.
Okay.
And of course, Steve Harris.
Okay, these are the names. And how would you define the role of the bass in, symphonic power metal? Is it an instrument that comes, last and gives it all? Or, during the arrangements, you are actually one of the main forces?
I would say the main role is connect everything. Connect the drums with the guitars. Connect the guitars with the orchestra.
Okay.
Connect the band. And at the same time, with the drums together, be the foundation for everything.
Dragony love cover songs.
Yes.
Where this idea, of choosing and overturn pop rock songs like Stambush or David Hasselhoff came from? Was it like a joke then turned into a mania or an obsession also? What would you say?
It really depends on the song that we cover. For Stan Bosch, The Touch, it was a childhood song, a song we grew up with.
Okay.
For David Hasselhoff, we were in the middle of recording Shadowplay, and he released a title song for the movie Kung Fury.
Yeah.
And it was just perfect. And we were in the studio, so we just recorded this cover song. For the latest cover, we chose one of the songs from Austria's maybe most famous singer-songwriter, from Reinhard Findrik.
Okay.
And this is definitely a song from our childhood. It's a song from the youth of our parents.
About legends never die. On this matter, of immortality, how do you see the post-vaccine, in the music industry? Do you have hopes? Which is your vision?
I have big hopes that I hope that everything can get back to the way it used to be. That's my hope. My vision is that I'm very afraid that this virus, this pandemic, will affect us for a long time still to come, in some way or another. But I hope that we can get rid of this sickness rather sooner than later.
So which is your plan at the moment? I mean, you're going to write some new music, or you hope that you can tour with this record?
We hope we can do a tour with this record at the end of the year or maybe next year. We plan to do some shows on festivals. We are in talks and in the planning stage of a live stream show. We had to postpone it before it was announced because we have new restrictions in Austria, new lockdowns.
Yeah.
Pretty strict ones right now, actually.
Like us, I must say, in Italy too, yeah. So.
And and in the meantime, right now we are releasing this CD and still doing the work for that. But I guess we're gonna start talking about the next record soon and planning it.
Do you have any idea when the streaming will be,
we're planning in June.
Okay. So
but right now I see it as a 50-50 chance.
Do you have something special in the can for this streaming concert?
Maybe, but with everything moving around, we are still planning. So maybe there will be something special.
Ciao, Herbert.
Ciao, thank you.